Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about some books that I have for my summer TBR. I am a mood reader, so I'm not saying all of these are going to get read in summer necessarily, especially given all the books I have on my TBR and all the books coming out, but these are the books on my TBR, my physical TBR. I think these books would be great for like a summer vacation trip maybe. I don't have any beaches near me, but like if you were to read on the beach or poolside, I do have a pool, so I could do that. But yeah, I have I think 6 or 7 books here to discuss, and let's just get right into it. All right, so starting us off, the first book I have here is actually one of my most newly acquired books. It is called Out of the Blue by Jason June. This book is about I'm pretty sure non-binary, because on the back it uses the pronouns they, them, named Crest. Did I say that? A non-binary mermaid. Merman? Merfolk. Who, I guess, in this world, the mermaids need to they have 1 year to do a quest that helps humans somehow, and they are super not into that. They hate humans, I guess. So maybe this is a little enemies to lovers type thing. But Crest finds a human to help, and I think there's fake dating and hopefully love. This is YA, so like a YA magical realism romance. Super excited about that. Staying in the gay category, love that, I have Golden Boys by Phil Stamper. This one follows 4 different boys in between their junior and senior years of high school. I'm pretty sure the book follows all 4 of them, so that is probably going to get a little confusing. But each of them during the summer are going to spend their summers in different locations. So I know one of them's in Paris, one is Washington DC, Boston, and then Florida. So they're all from a small town, and the thing that kind of brings them together is their queerness. So they kind of have to discover themselves and see, am I the person that I think I am, which is like the typical YA coming of age contemporary story. But I picked this up last year when Barnes & Noble was having their 50% off hardbacks. So I thought, why not? There's actually another one in here that I picked up for 50% off, which is also queer. So why don't we talk about that one next? It's The Drowning Summer by Christine Lynn Herman. This is the author of The Devouring Gray, which I read last year. I think he gave it 4 stars. It was pretty good fantasy. I'm not super into fantasy, and it was a YA fantasy, but I still thought it was okay. In this one, we are following 2 girls who I think are gonna fall in love. Love that. But 2 girls, I think it's very witchy, magical. I read here at the bottom, it says, beautifully written and enticingly witchy, The Drowning Summer is an eerie story, perfect for reading under a full moon. That alone is enough for me to read it, because I love anything witchy, gay, the cover's beautiful. Maybe if you didn't have a glare. Oh my gosh, there we go. Cover's beautiful. This one of the main characters' dads was accused of killing, I'm not sure how many people, but killing some people a few years ago, and somehow the main character used her witchy power to get him out of that, I'm pretty sure. We'll just finish it off by talking about the last gay book that I have on here, since all 4 of those ones were all LGBT. This book sounds like it's going to be very similar to The Drowning Summer. It is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. I have read Katrina Leno before. Have I read all these authors before? No, I haven't read Jason June, but I have read Phil Stamper, and I have read Christine Lynn Herman, and I have read a Katrina Leno. I read Horrid by her, which is seems to be, it's a very different vibe than this one. That one was good too. But in this one, we are following Georgina, and she lives on an island. It doesn't say on the back witchy, but I have a feeling that her family is like witches or some sort of magical beings, if you will. And an unthinkable act happens on the little island that they live on, and I'm pretty sure these two girls either fall in love or something of the sort. If any of you have read Horrid, that one at the end goes a little off the walls, a little crazy. So I'm not sure if all of her books are like that. I think all of them have some sort of speculative magicalness about them, which makes me excited about this one because, like I said, love witchy things, love witchy women. So the next book I have here, I talked about in my, what month would it have been? April book haul, and it is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Lighting is great for me, but not great for these books. So we'll have to I'll have to figure out like a better background spot, because obviously if you've seen my other two videos, I'm trying my best to film with like a less chaotic background. You can let me know what you think. I mean, it's still kind of chaotic, but not as much, maybe? Anyway, so the next book I have is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This one has been all over BookTube. People are probably sick of hearing about it, but I haven't read it yet. So this one is following Olive and Ethan. Olive is the maid of honor at her sister's wedding, and she does not get along with the groomsman, the best man. But unfortunately, everyone at the wedding, just some random party. Everyone at the wedding gets food poisoning except for her and Ethan for some reason. And so those two have to fake date and pretend like they're the newlyweds on the honeymoon that her sister and the groom were supposed to go on. Obviously a BookTube classic. Everyone loves this one. So I think it'll be a great one to read by the pool, like I was talking about earlier. So I think that'll be really fun. And there is, I don't know if it's out yet. I think there is a sequel coming out. I can't remember what it's called though. Maybe I'll pop up a picture here and I'll write the release date of it, because I think it's in July. I think I saw it on Libby. Anyway, moving on. I'm not sure. I'm sure some of them could have some mystery elements to it, but I did want to include a mystery on here since mystery is like my go-to jam. So I was just kind of looking through the ones I do own, and funny enough, the next book in the Miss Marple series that I am going to be going into is A Caribbean Mystery by Miss Agatha Christie. Not much to say about this one because the blurb or the little synopsis on the back isn't too long, and a lot of Agatha Christie's are kind of the same. They kind of all blur together once you've read some. But in this one, we're following Miss Marple, and she must be doing some sort of vacation in the Caribbean. I love that for her. And she's talking to some soldier who's talking about a murderer that he knew, and he goes to show her a picture and he dies somehow. Something happens because it says fatal. So this one will be fun, cute. I do listen to these a lot on audiobook because Miss Marple, I'm so sorry, girlie, you can get a little boring, especially when you are not spending a good chunk of the book with us. I said it. I did say it. It's okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, we have made it to our final book this month. This month? Oh my God. Did she think she was filming a wrap-up for a second? I have not read this book. I don't know what I was thinking. The last book that I want to talk about that I'm hoping it. All of the books on this list, obviously I want to get to eventually because they're on my TBR. But this one I am super excited about, which is funny because I haven't read any Morgan Matson, but that is The Firefly Summer. I don't know why, but I'm super drawn to this book. Maybe because the cover's so cute. There's just something about this book I think I'm gonna love. I don't want to necessarily say 5-star prediction because I try to have an open mind going into all books, but I do think this is gonna be so good. This one we are following Rihanna, and her mom died, I think a while back, and now she gets an invitation from her mom's parents, so her grandparents, to come to their cabin, sleepaway camp type situation. And she gets to meet all of her, I think these are like all her cousins. So a nice little diverse cousin group we have there. And then there's also a treasure map. So that's really exciting for me because I love books about games, treasure maps, trying to figure something out. Super exciting. So that's that. Well, there you have it. That's the list of books. Maybe I'll hold them up for you guys quick. All the books that I'm hoping to get to this summer. Like I said, I am a mood reader, so it's really hard for me to stick to an actual TBR. So I thought if I make a TBR for like an entire summer, or an entire season, that's the word I'm looking for. If I made a TBR for an entire season, I think it would be easier for me to follow through with, because a monthly TBR is just not in the works for your girl. I just would not, I could maybe pick 1 or 2 books, but I could not pick an entire stack of books because I never know what I'm gonna be in the mood for. But there are all the books I'm hoping to get to. Let me know what you're planning on reading this summer. Any like super summery festive books that you think I might be into, let me know. Also, any books that haven't come out yet that you think are going to be great summer reads, let me know, because I'm always interested in new releases. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.